Welcome to another edition of Writings from the Hills, and today we are actually going to read a selection from Of Woods and Waters, a Kentucky outdoor reader. And this was edited by Ron Ellis, and we'd like to give a special thanks to the University of Kentucky Press for allowing us to use this book in our program today. This book actually includes a lot of different stories from different people and different authors about their experiences in our area, and in Kentucky specifically. This is entitled An Entrance to the Woods by Wendell Berry, from her Recollected Essays, 1965 to 1980, and it was published in 1981. On a fine sunny afternoon at the end of September, I leave my work in Lexington and drive east on I-64 and the Mountain Parkway. When I leave the parkway at the little town of Pine Ridge, I'm in the watershed of the Red River in the Daniel Boone National Forest. From Pine Ridge, I take Highway 715 out along the narrow ridge tops, a winding tunnel through the trees. And then I turn off onto Forest Service Road and follow it to the head of the foot trail that goes down the steep valley wall of one of the tributary creeks. I pull my car off the road and lock it, and I lift on my pack. It is nearly 5 o'clock when I start walking. The afternoon is brilliant and warm and absolutely still. Not enough air stirring to move a leaf. There is only the steady, somnolent trilling of insects, and now and again in the woods below me the cry of the woodpecker. Those and my footsteps on the path are the only sounds. From the dry oaks of the ridge, I pass down into the rock. The foot trails of the Red River Gorge all seek these stony notches that little streams have cut back through the cliffs. I pass a ledge overhanging a sheer drop off the rock, where in the wetter time there would be a waterfall. The ledge is dry and mute now, but on the face of the rock below are the characteristic mosses, fern, liverwort, and meadow rue. And here and where the ravine suddenly steepens and narrows, where the shadows are long-lived and the dampness stays, the trees are different. Here are beech and hemlock and poplar, straight and tall, reaching way up into the light. Under them are evergreen thickets of rhododendron, and whenever the dampness is there are mosses and ferns. The faces of the rock are intricately scalloped with veins of ironstone, scooped and carved by the wind. Finally, from the crease of the ravine I am following there begins to come to a trickling and splashing of water. There is a great restfulness in the sounds these small streams make. They are going down as fast as they can, but their sounds seem leisurely and idle, as if produced by like gemstones with the greatest patience and care. A little later, stopping, I hear not far away the more voluble flow of the creek. I go down to where the trail crosses and begin to look for a camping place. The little bottoms along the creek here are thicketry and weedy, probably having been kept clear and cropped or pastured not so long ago. In the more open places are the little lavender asters and even smaller flowered white ones that some people call beeweed or farewell summer. In a low, wet place are the richly flowered spikes of the great lobella, and the blooms are intensely startling blue, exquisitely shaped. I choose a place in the open thicket, near the stream, and make camp. It is a simple matter to make camp. I string up a shelter and put up my air mattress and sleeping bag in it. I am ready for the night. The supper is even simpler, for I have brought sandwiches for the first meal. In less than an hour all my chores are done, and it will still be light for a good while. I go over and sit down on a rock at the edge of the stream. And then a heavy feeling of melancholy and lonesomeness comes over me. This does not surprise me, for I have felt this before when I have been alone at evening in wilderness, places that I am not familiar with. But here it has a quality that I recognize as peculiar to the narrow hollows of the Red River Gorge. These are deeply shaded by trees and by the valley walls, the sun rising on them late and settling early. They are more dark than light, and there will often be little rapids in the streams that will sound at a certain distance exactly like people talking. As I sit on my rock by the stream now, I could hear that there is a party of campers coming up the trail toward me, and for several minutes I stay alert, listening for them. Their voices seem to rise and fall, fade in and lift out, in a happy conversation. But when I finally realize that it is only the sound of the creek it is making, though I have not come here for company and do not want any, I am inexplicably sad. These are haunted places, or at least it is easy to feel haunted in them, alone at nightfall. Well, if you'd like to read more from Of Woods and Waters, a Kentucky Outdoors Reader, you can check it out at www.briggslibrary.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like us on Facebook. Thank you.